Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick, and this is my husband, Bill Pick.
That's right. I'm right here.
So we'll give it a minute to load up. It takes a minute for me to kind of find it on here. I don't know why it does that.
I don't either.
Ever since the Facebook changed, it takes me a minute to load.
Yeah.
Did I go live?
I don't see it.
Oh. Okay. I see it.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Not yet. I'll get to it.
Okay, go to the page,
That's
maybe.
what I'm doing.
Okay, I see Jean shoot. So
hi, Jean.
We know. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Jean. Jean, I saw your pictures of the snow. I don't know if you saw what
Oh, yeah, she did.
Bill wrote.
She said I had to come up and pull her out of the snowdrift.
He said to make snow angels. Now, is that like a ground level place?
I hope so, because otherwise that's a
two-story. Yeah, that's
you're in trouble.
high. I think that's ground level for her. I can't remember. Hi, Laura. Hi, Deb. So come on in. We had kind of an
Hi,
ice
Sherry.
last night, and then
A little bit of snow now.
it's snowing, blowing now. So he was calling me. It was pretty slick on his way, but we don't have anything like what you have up north. So, hi, Sherry. Hi, Laura. All right. Hi, Jean Orwigs. We got two Jeans here. Okay.
Jean.
So, if you're new to us or you're watching this on YouTube later, be sure to like and follow us. You can do it here on Facebook or on YouTube, either way, so that you get notifications when I go live. Do it on Facebook. I am going to be sharing with you. Now, let me just put kind of a disclaimer out there.
Now you show the front book.
Yes, I can. I can only show the front covers of our January-April mini catalog and our January and February Saleabration catalog. So there's not much that I can show you here. But there's two things I want to say. I'm going to be demonstrating out of the catalog, out of the Saleabration catalog. In fact, it's this one right here. Thanks a bunch. I'm going to be demonstrating today a card using this stamp set, and I can show you the stamp set, but you will not be able to get these until January 5th. So I kind of wanted to just say that up front. Also, if you are one of my VIPs, you guys should be getting your catalogs. I know some people have gotten theirs. Probably Jean won't get it under all that snow for a while, but hopefully soon, Jean. But you should be getting these. If you are new to Piccadilly Stamping and you would like a catalog for yourself, I will ship these out to you. The first one is always free. And then if you would just place your order through me to help kind of for the cost of the catalog and the shipping, I would love to get that out for you, but that's only if you're not working with another demonstrator. So let me pull out this stamp set, thanks a bunch. When I saw this, I want to be honest, I thought, carrots? What's carrots going to do for a stamp set? It was not exactly...
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah,
boring.
It was not really on my radar, and then I started playing with it. Because this I got for free. So this is a Saleabration items. You can get this free with a $50 purchase. And so I wanted to pair that in January, yes. Just so you know, if you're watching this early, you can't get this. So I wanted to pair this with our deckled rectangles. So I'm going to be using our dies, the deckled rectangles, and I'm going to be using the Thanks a Bunch Saleabration stamp set, not available until January. Okay, let's get going. So, I have my little stamp pack here of items, and I want to start off with a Coastal Cabana. Let me show you my color combination. I have Pear Pizzazz, Garden Green, Pumpkin Pie, and Coastal Cabana as my color combinations today. And I would have not ever put that together until this card, and I'm telling you, this card is so stinking cute. It's not even funny. Sometimes you just have to see someone play with it or play with it yourself before you know if you're going to like something or not. So I'm going to start with a card base, and I am here in Iowa, so based in the United States, and anybody who's watching that is in the United States can purchase through me if this is something that you think you would want. All these supplies are available right now, but again, the stamp set doesn't happen until January 5th, so it's not even on the 1st.
Good morning, Gail from Australia.
Ooh, it is morning over there. It's a whole nother day.
Oh, Saturday over there.
So I took the deckled rectangle, and this is like the third one in. It's kind of in the middle, and I cut out a piece of pumpkin pie with it, and then the same one I cut out a piece of basic white. So, and then we're going to do a little stamping today on in the envelope, and then I have a scrap 1/4 inch, we'll be cutting it down, piece of basic white also. So those are the things that we're going to be using. So let's just start.
You want me to put that away?
Yeah, if you want to, that'd be
That way you
great.
don't lose it.
Yeah. So let's just start. I'm going to stick in a scrap piece of paper. This was from yesterday's free shipping. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys got in on that. I did. I probably shouldn't say that in front of you, should I? So I'm going to start with Coastal Cabana on Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to bring this set in so you can see which image I'm using. So right now, I'm just going to do a little background stamping. There's no rhyme or reason to my background stamping. I just want a little color on color effect. And I don't need, I'm going to cover up the middle, so I don't need to do the whole card. We'll just start and kind of do some stamping here around and turn it as you go. Can you hear our dog snoring as we're coming to you today? Izzy, they can hear you all the way in Australia.
She don't care. She's out.
She's out, yeah. We tell her to come to work and put a little dog bed in here for her, and she comes and lays down with us, and she's pretty much just gone. So I'm just going to go around this edge with this kind of little detail. It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah,
I mean, even you could do this, couldn't you?
I could.
I could have let you do it, I suppose.
You should have.
I should have, but then I'd have had to move my stamp room around. So, and I think I want to do a little more here. I think Izzy's birthday is, what's today's date? So it's Tuesday. So she's going to be 15 years old, you guys. Our little dog is going to be 15. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should have kept this out. Let's go. And on the lip of the envelope, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to stamp this too in the same color so that this will match. And I'll turn it a little bit. And then that way, and then I'll fold this over so that I can stamp on and off the paper if I need to. And that way, my card base and my envelope will match. Okay. So, pretty simple, right? So I'll just stop and show you both of those. That's pretty easy. Even a new stamper, if you're brand new and you're watching, definitely say hello. Tell us where you're from.
They love the envelope.
Yeah, it's just going to add that little
You're
bit.
done with it, are you?
I'm not done, no, but
Oh,
give me a chance here, Bill.
okay.
Okay, so the next thing I have is I'm going to bring in that deckled, which is just this little kind of almost like a torn edge rectangle here. And that's what they're called, deckled rectangles. And I'm going to start bringing in, let's start with, actually I think I'll take this paper off of here for now, just so that you can see it really well. So I've pulled out the pumpkin pie. And we're going to go in for the carrot. So I'm going to turn this on its side. Now I want to stamp the end of the carrot as close to the bottom as possible. So I'm going to ink this up. And I'll start in the middle and just move it down as far as possible. And I'm going to ink it again. Right beside it. And one more time. And it's supposed to have that lightness in there on the carrot. So don't think that your stamp is faulty. It is supposed to be that way. And I'm going to do one on this side. So I have 3, okay? Kind of right in the middle. Now keeping that pumpkin pie ink out, I'm going to add, this is 2-step stamping again. I'm going to add this image going right over it. So, are you looking at that?
I am.
He is checking it out. So this is the stamp. And you want to, and it's really hard. I might have to stand since I've got the camera kind of right at my nose here. So just go in there. And I'm going to stop and show you this. So see that little bit of detail that adds to the carrot. Now I know carrots are not as thrilling as you would think, unless you're my daughter. She's a vegetarian. She loves her carrots. But this is going to be such a cute card when it's done. And it's so simple, anybody can do it. So I'm just lining it up with that right hand edge. There you go. I like to use a bigger block so that I can see where I'm lining it up at. And I went color on color. So I just did that color twice, and then I get those kind of rough edges on the carrot. Oh, whoops, you know what? Let's bring in our envelope while we're doing this. And let's take and do this one more time. Let's ink up that carrot, but I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to put the paper down. And I'm going to do it right here on the left-hand side. And I'm just going to come right off that edge. Like that. And I'm going to do the same thing from...
I like it.
Do you like it?
I'm watching. That's why I wasn't talking.
Okay. That's okay. Well, I'm glad you like it. Oops. I might have got that a little crooked, but not bad. Okay. So, there we have the carrot there. So, I'll put the pumpkin pie away before I stick my finger in that. The first color I have is Pear Pizzazz. And we're going to stamp off. And if you've never stamped off before, it's so easy. So here's first generation of color. Here's second generation of color. That's called stamping off. You stamp off once and then you use that color. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with this Pear Pizzazz. So we're going to stamp it off once. And then I'm going to take this and put it right there. At the top of that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with these carrots. That way we're getting it, the envelope and the card done all at once while we have the supplies out. It's just the easiest. And I might actually turn that one.
In the middle, huh?
Yeah, why?
I just wondered if there was a reason.
Oh, no, I don't know. I was going to have the other ones kind of lean off to the side. Oh. So that's stamping off, and that was Pear Pizzazz. And now we're down to, thank you, Bill. He's handing me my stamps. So now we're down to, this was the image I just stamped off. Now there's this little image here, and that's kind of those fuzzy things that come up on carrots. So here's a little tip. I'm going to take just a Post-it note. Well, maybe not that one. I can do it without the whole thing, so no problem. Kind of tore that Post-it note, but that's okay. I want this edge of this image is long, that little edge, and I want that to show on here. So I'm going to just mask off my carrots one at a time. I'll be moving this a bit. So I'm doing this middle carrot. I want to ink this up very well so I can get a nice, strong, full image here and put that right on there. Now I'm going to move that. See that Perfect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you like that?
It looks sharp.
And this is, again, not a very difficult technique.
Two-step stamping.
Yep, and this is called masking, Bill.
Oh, masking.
And then I'm going to do it again for this little carrot. And that way this long stem that I don't want is getting on the paper and not on my carrot, okay? So that gives you that idea. I'm going to leave this one out because I'm going to go for the sentiment. Do you see the sentiment anywhere? Maybe it's in the stamp set still. Let's take a look. I don't see it in here, but it has to be because they're all in here. Oh, I know what I did. I did this and this. I used the thanks and a bunch. I was looking for one whole thing. I know. Okay. So this is another one where I'm going to use a little bit bigger. This is a lot a bit bigger. Block so that I can see through. And I always like to test them first. So I'm going to go right into that garden green. And I'm just going to test that thanks. Here's where that little strip comes in. And it'll make it easier for me to see on the darker surface. So thanks. And I'll start that right up to the edge. Thanks. And then using my stamp cleaner. Well, I love it when they have the one's kind of a scripty writing with the kind of text writing. I just love that. So thanks a bunch. There we go. Thanks a bunch.
That's kind of cool.
And that was in garden green.
I'm gonna hand it. I gotta clean it for you.
That's okay. All right. So now, oh, you know what? I forgot one other thing. Let's do the same thing here. Let's bring that garden green out, and let's do that on our envelope too, so our envelope matches. Now I know why that ripped in half, so that I could use the other half because I threw that. So I'll just do this, ink this up, and now we're going to have a nice matching. And I think on this one, I'm going to ink it up full strength, and I'll just stamp off on that side. So there you go. So I've got kind of a funky little carrot with lots of little fuzzies off of there. All right, so now we've got our envelope. Let's start putting this together. I need to trim this down. So take my trimmer. I just save these little ends and then I just use them. I never know when I'll need them, but they make great little sentiments. And now that is going to go into my trash bin right here. So let's assemble this. We've got our beautiful background. I've got it opening the right direction. And I've got this coordinating piece. So instead of having it, since they're the same size, instead of having it matted, I'm just going to have kind of a wide little edge on here. So I know I'm going to put some glue right underneath here that I can wiggle that around. So I definitely want a liquid glue versus like a Stampin' Seal, because I wouldn't be able to wiggle that around, and I want to get that to right where I want it.
Snowplows are out. I can hear them.
I can hear them too. So I'll give that a nice little border here just off to the side. And you can see now that covers all that area that we didn't stamp, which I'm going to go ahead. I always like to get things flat so it goes through the mail nice and easy on one stamp. And so I try to only do one layer popped up if I do it. And I like to do it the sentiment generally, usually because it'll slide through the mail a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down with our Tombow liquid glue. Isn't this pretty already? That color combination just went boom, didn't it, in your face? Okay, move that up just a little bit more and over there. Okay, so, and I'm going to leave that out so you can see how that matches really nice. Now, here's another new product. Again, you won't be able to get it until the 5th. This is 3 twine combo pack. It's got a garden green, an orange, and look at, it's this color combination. It is. But I'm going to take the garden green and I'm going to do that trick that Shelley Gardner taught me. And so I like to pull so that it's a little not so curly. And then I'm going to do a big granny, or a great big granny bow. That's all I'm going to do. Make this nice and loopy and not worry about it being perfect. It's going to be like a sloppy one. Okay. And then we'll just trim this down.
Looking good. I like that card.
Do ya? You liking
Those
it?
colors really pop.
They do pop, don't they?
Yep, let me put that away for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so then once I have this the way I like it, and I feel like I want that a little bit longer.
Pumpkin pie.
Yep, pumpkin pie. I want to look at this. See how flopsy that is? So I want to take the sentiment and I want to kind of determine where that's going to go. And I think that having this kind of layer staggering is just really a cute little layout. So I'm going to probably go right about there. But I will probably move this maybe more to this side. So using a glue dot, I'm going to adhere this down. And I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, has a pokey little end here, which will be perfect for this. And I'll just put that right. We can trim it. Don't worry about that. We can trim this down, but let's just take it off. And I'll throw that away and grab some dimensionals. Now this is raised, so I'm just going to put the dimensionals on either side of this because this is not a very long sentiment and it should hold that up perfectly. So we'll do that there, and then we'll add our trash into our little bowl. Okay, so thanks a bunch, like so. Now, I love this staggered look. I think sometimes it's easy to get into a matte situation. I just trimmed that one side down so it would match, but that great big bow is so easy, right? Now, the last thing, and this is one of my favorite things, I just ordered a bunch of these, the pastel adhesive back sequins. This is brand new coming out. So this goes really good with the kind of teal blues that we have, and some of the purples. I don't know if you can see kind of the bluer purples like the Orchid Oasis. And then this one has kind of an iridescent and a pink, and it also does really good with fresh freesia. I know because I've tried. I've got a couple of cards coming out with this. And then there's these beautiful gold ones.
I know, those are pretty.
Aren't those awesome? Like, I don't know
Really
if you guys can see how pretty these are, but these are probably some of the prettier ones. So let me get...
That's in the new catalog?
This will be in the new catalog, and these aren't available until
January.
That's correct. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of the large. There's two different sizes. I'm going to take one of the large ones, and I think I'm just going to go on this side of the sentiment. So I'm kind of building the focal point around that sentiment, and then I'll take another one down here, and again in threes, and then I'm going to use a smaller one for just a different size variant. There we go. Right here. Now, let me get this out of the way and get the Take Your Pick tool out of the way here. So here you have a really cute little matching card, an envelope that's so springy. And I would have never thought that carrots would be something that I would like, but I really like this. This is one of the free options. Again, if you've just come in, you can't get this until January 5th, so this is kind of a little bit of a teaser, and I'm sorry about that, but we're a couple weeks away now.
3 weeks.
3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks?
From yesterday.
So from yesterday, he says he knows all the technical facts. But look at the details in those carrots and how little springy that is.
I think you just added that stamp set to a bunch of people's lists.
Who would have thought it would be this cute? Carrots, right? But what a great thank you card that is. I think it's absolutely awesome. Now, for those of you who know, I've kind of changed that I do my announcements at the end. I do have a couple of announcements. I'm having a...
Weekend getaway.
Yeah, another weekend. This is a 48-hour sale. So, again, if you place an order, I'm trying to reach a goal by the end of the year. So if you place a $65 order, I will send you a free silicone craft sheet, which is this sheet right here. This is great for not only our projects with glue so that stuff doesn't stick, like a dimensional, a glue dot. These things won't stick to this. So if you have something glued, you can put it down and you can pick it back up and use it in your project later. It also works really, really stinking well with a hot glue gun, because the hot glue just comes off when it's done. So I love that about it. I also use this. In fact, I just used this the other day for our chalks. I will scrape the chalks on here and mix them when I'm doing chalks on my projects. So this is 48 hours from now. So it's 4:30. So 4:30 Sunday. Central time, yeah. If you place a $65 order with me, I will send you one of these sheets, silicone craft sheets, for free. So also, we do have some...
Use it to open a jar.
Bill says it's awesome to use to open a jar.
I'm reading what France said.
Oh, really? I've never even thought about doing that. Clearance rack refresh. Well, it's been refreshed for a while, but last I checked, there was still quite a few items. Punches, dies, ribbons, embellishments, and stuff were on there. We have our last chance products for our catalog that's outgoing, our July-December catalog. And that will be listed on that price. And also, if you're placing an order with me, and I surely do appreciate it, thank you so much. If you'd please use this host code. At the top of this site, I have where you can log in to my link to my online store, and it'll put the host code in for you. So really do appreciate that. So other than that, that's all we have. We want to definitely wish you guys a happy weekend. Oh, one more announcement. Next week, there will not be a Friday demonstration. So no parfait next week at Friday at 4. There will, however, be a Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So if you love and enjoy live demonstrations, join us Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Anything else, Bill?
Nope, thank you very much.
Any questions? Okay. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.